Guys, welcome to the second part of the video for chapter 6.5. I mentioned to you that there were 12 examples that we're going to do, and we did 6 in the first video, and we're going to do 6 in the second video. And this is the second video. So here's another question. What about if you have negative exponents? Could you have negative exponents in this situation? Well, last time we had some negative solutions. This time we're going to get some negative exponents. And the answer, of course, is yes. You can have negative exponents. For example, in number 7, can I get a common base between 1/2 and 4? Yes, I can. And the 4 is easy for everyone. You guys all know that that is 2 squared. But here's the question. 1/2 is 2 to the what? 2 to the what gives you 1/2? This is where you had to pay attention in chapter 6.1. Yes, 2 to the negative 1 is 1/2. So remember, whenever you have a number like 2 to the negative 1, that is simply going to be 1/2. Like 3 to the negative 2 is going to be 1 over 3 squared, which is 1/9, and so on. Okay? So a negative exponent gives you a fraction. Therefore, if you have a fraction, you can write it with a negative exponent. Let me give you an example. If you have 1/4, you can write that as 4 to the negative 1. Make sense? Okay. So now what I have is I'm going to write 1/2 as 2 to the negative 1. So 1/2 to the x becomes 2 to the negative 1 to the x. Of course, I need to multiply these two exponents. So what I end up with is 2 to the negative 1x equals 2 squared. Now I have the same exponents, same bases. Therefore, the exponents must be equal to each other. And I can say that negative 1x equals 2. Dividing both sides by negative 1. I'm going to get that x equals negative 2. Sorry that I got squishy there, but you should get x equals negative 2. Let's check it. Is it true that 1/2 to the negative 2 equals 4? Well, let's see. This negative 1/2, does it apply to the top, to the bottom, or to both? Yeah, both, huh? Because of the parentheses. So I have 1 to the negative 2 over 2 to the negative 2 equals 4. Because this top guy is a negative exponent, he wants to go to the bottom. Because this bottom guy is a negative exponent, he wants to go to the top. So I get 2 squared over 1 squared equals 4, which gives me 4 equals 4. So it checks. Okay, let's try another one. Let's try this guy right over here. So could I rewrite 64 with a base 4? So here's what I'm going to get. I'm going to leave this one alone. That's just 4 to the x plus 1 equals 4 to the what? What is 64? So let me go through this slowly over here. I'm going to mention that 1/64 equals 1 over 4 to the third, right? And therefore it's 4 to the negative 3. So this will be 4 to the negative 3. Now, because the exponents are the same, because the bases are the same, the exponents must be equal. So therefore, I can write that x plus 1 will equal negative 3. And subtracting 1 from both sides, I get that x equals negative 4. Okay. And we could check this one easily in our heads, actually. Look, plug in a negative 4 here. Well, I'll go ahead and write it. Let's go ahead and write it out. So 4 to the negative 4 plus 1 equals 1/64. Now, negative 4 plus 1 is negative 3. Is it true that 4 to the negative 3 equals 1/64? Well, yeah, we already talked about this one. And you end up getting this. So it checks out. All right, good. I'm going to give myself more room for this last one. This is question number 9. I wonder if I can kind of drag everything up. Ooh, I can, but then I get this ugly gray area. Oh, well. Oh, well. It'll work fine. So this one, I encourage you to pause the video and see if you can do it yourself. Here's what you should have done. You should have thought to yourself, well, I can write all of these with base 3. So 27 is 3 to the third. And 1/3 is 3 to the negative 1. So now I have my common bases of 3. Here, I need to distribute this. So I'm going to get 3 to the, well, yeah, I'll do it this way. I'll distribute this negative 1, so it's going to become negative x plus 1 equals 3 to the third. Just distribute the negative 1 to the x, distribute the negative 1 to the negative 1. Now the bases are the same. Therefore, the exponents must be the same. Look over here. Now I'm going to subtract 1 from both sides. So I get negative x equals 2. And at this point, you got to divide both sides by negative 1 because there's a negative 1 there. And I'm going to get that x equals negative 2. You can check it in your head, I think. Put in a negative 2 there, and you get 1/3 to the negative 3. 1/3 to the negative 3, you're going to have to flip it, so you get 3 to the third, which then gives you 27. Okay, I'm not going to check it in writing because I'm out of room. So those are a little bit harder, and we're going to be practicing some of these at the meets. So if you come to the meets, we'll do a whole bunch of them together, okay? We'll do them on whiteboards. All right, let's do the last ones, and oops, I moved everything around. This is your quiz. There's nothing harder anymore. So what I would like for you to do, let's see if you've got it. So this is an informal quiz, and see if you can do it. So pause the video, do all 3, and then I'll show you what you should have had. Okay, so here is what you should have done, and I hope you did. So on this first one, I'm going to change 9 to 3 squared to get a common base. Now, since the bases are the same, the exponents must be the same. Now, subtracting 3 from both sides, I get x equals negative 1. You good? Awesome. You can check it. And the check is very nice and easy on this one because you get 3, negative 1 plus 3. Negative 1 plus 3 is 2. Is it true that 3 squared equals 9? Of course it is. All right, on number 2, can I rewrite 8 as a 4 to the something? No, I can't. Oh, but could I rewrite both 4 and 8 as 2 to the something? I can. So let's do that. I'm going to write 4 as 2 squared. And I'm going to write 8 as 2 cubed. All right, so that gives me 2 to the 6x equals 2 distribute to the 3x plus 3, which means that 6x must equal 3x plus 3. Subtracting 3x from both sides, I get 3x equals 3. Dividing by 3, I get that x equals 1. All right, let's check it. Let's make sure we got this right. So I'm going to think that x is 1. So 4 to the power of 3 times 1 equals 8 to the power of 1 plus 1. So that is 4 to the third equals 8 squared. 4 to the third is 4 times 4 times 4, which is 64. And 8 to the second is also 64. So it checks out. So you should have had x equals 1. All right, last one. I can write these with a base 5. So this is 5 to the x plus 3 power. 1/25 is 5 to the negative 2 because this is 1 over 5 squared. Put it up on top, exponent becomes negative. Now, since the bases are the same, I can get that x plus 3 equals negative 2. Subtracting 3 from both sides, I get that x equals negative 5. And of course, I'll just check it for the sake of completeness. But 5 to the negative 5 plus 3, does that equal 1/25? Negative 5 plus 3 is negative 2. And 5 to the negative 2 is, in fact, 1/25. And therefore, it checks out. Okay, that's it. So you're going to have several of those, well, a lot of those, in your big assignments, big ideas assignment this week. And during the meets, we're going to practice it over and over again. So if you come and you want to get extra practice and you want to learn, come to the meets. That's the thing about online education. It's really up to you. I can't be there forcing you. You really got to decide, I'm going to get up in the morning and I'm going to learn it because I want to learn all I can to graduate with as good a grade as I can and make the most of myself. So we're almost done with this online part. Hang in there. You got it. But keep going. Stay motivated. All right. I will see you at the meets. Bye.